Is up, YouTube? Unrested back again with a report on everybody's most hated villain, Julian Blanc, purveyor of debauchery. Another high five score for today, guys. He has been deported from Australia. It is official. The Royal Police of Australia tweeted today that he had been shipped off and sent the fuck out of their country because they do not want him. Australia, you guys were hardcore on this shit, man. You got on it and got that guy the fuck out of there. You're awesome. It goes farther than that, though. Even when he was there, apparently, he tried to still have his classes. And apparently, they couldn't rent out any single room anywhere. So they tried renting out a boat. It just gets funnier from here. Their little cruise of debauchery got stopped when somebody called the captain, got the boat to come ashore, made everybody who took the class march out of the boat. And as they did, protesters around them shouted, "Walk of shame, walk of shame." Whoa. On top of that, many of the members of the RSD community that were there talked about that they felt uncomfortable and that they felt physically that they could be harmed. Guys, I just want to push the fact that at no point am I ever promoting violence with this. I will completely keep my hands clean of that. I do not ever want to protest in any way with violence. I do not think that is right, but damn Australia, you know how to protest something, don't you? Alright, let's take a look here. I want to go ahead and just read you this Herald Sun article, because it's just so glorious. It's just so amazing. It's not something I usually would do to just read straight from an article. heraldsun.au, I hope you don't mind. Angry protesters have shut down a controversial seminar on picking up women, forcing police to clear attendees off a boat booked for the event. The hashtag #TakeDownJulianBlanc social media campaign reached a flashpoint in South Bank tonight where about 50 young men gathered to get tips for luring women. Tips for luring women. That's a nice way to put it. Creepy. They just started with that. Creepy pickup artist Julian Blanc, wow, no holds barred, who has been accused of promoting sexual assault, did not arrive. Oh, what a shame. That's why he's still alive, I imagine. With the seminar instead run on a boat by his assistant, Max, who refused to give his surname. Gosh, I wonder why. If everything you're teaching is so legit and so calm and, doesn't assault women, why would you be afraid to give your last name? You got nothing to fear, right? Moving on. Oh, I want to just show you these little pictures here. I don't know how well you can see it. Here's the boat coming ashore. Here is angry-ass Australia, man. Those motherfuckers are angry. They shouting. I can see their mouth. Like, ah! That means there's loud words coming out. Okay? They were screaming, one person tweets here, they were screaming, "Walk of shame! Julian Blanc, get off the boat." Police direct attendees off the boat. Okay. Several hotels had already refused to host the seminar under the pressure from protesters who swarmed to South Bank after they heard about what was happening around 8 p.m. Dozens of protesters jostled with and screamed at the young men attending the Real Social Dynamics seminar. Now, I don't know if I would totally support attacking everybody who attends these things. I think there could be a few confused people out there. I'm personally not going after the entire RSD community. I'm going after Julian Blanc. Max and his followers then boarded a Melbourne River cruise boat, but the protesters managed to stop it leaving South Bank. Holy shit, Australia. By climbing onto it and holding onto the ropes. Damn! One attendee climbed off the boat briefly and yelled, "I'll see you in hell, feminists. Long live men." Well, if there truly is a Dante's hell, you, sir, are on the 9th level. Freeze in pain. Police were called as Melbourne River Cruises canceled the group's booking and asked them to leave. Shocked staff on the boat said they received the booking on Wednesday and did not know what the event was about. I imagine that's totally true. I have a feeling they had no clue what they were getting into. Nobody would want this on their boat. Max continued to run the seminar on the boat before they were escorted away by the police as protesters chanted, "Sexual assault is not okay, good for you protesters," and "Shame, shame, yes indeed, shame indeed." Max later claimed he was physically attacked during a scuffle, although there's no police reports about that. Gosh, I wonder why. "It was very aggressive and sad," he told the Herald Sun. Gosh, you mean like aggressive like yourself when you're sexually assaulting girls? Sad like they may be that they had been sexually assaulted? Gosh, maybe you're getting a little bit of a taste of what you're doing now. "We were actually fearing for our safety, and that's really not cool, dude." And that's an actual quote. He doesn't say dude, but he says, "That's really not cool." Sounds like a very professional guy, that Max. Mr. Blanc was supposed to run the seminar, but he did not arrive, and Max said he didn't know where he was. Things sound fishy. Asked if he supported Mr. Blank's videos, which include him pushing women's faces into his crotch, Max blamed the media for selectively editing the clips. Well, edited or not, they actually happened. Even if it is only a matter of seconds or minutes, it happened and it's on film. So you yourself avoided the question of if you approve of them, instead saying, oh, they only chose the bad stuff. Well, guess what? That's what people remember you for, the bad stuff, you fucking idiot. The protesters had gathered in St. Kilda earlier in the evening, and organizer Ginny Adams said Mr. Blank was a sad act who thinks sexual harassment and assault equals picking up women. Australia has appalling levels of sexual assault and other violence against women. The last thing we need is someone coming to run workshops on how to do that better, she said. Well put, Ginny. Guys, this is directly from the heraldsun.com.au. If you want to go ahead and read the story there, I highly advise you do. I will put the link below in my comments. I want to just move on to just a couple other things really quick. I hope you'll stay with me here. I'm sorry for so many links today. Today, I myself made headlines on the RSD community, the forum. I was in a thread known as Idiot Crackhead Still Hates Julian. Is that the exact title? Let's read it here. Yes. And I was actually defended by RSD members that they were disgusted themselves with Julian within their own community. Amazing. That's how bad this is that even members of their own community are like, wait, guys, that actually wasn't fucking cool. It says, one guy here, like, it starts off, everyone's like, this guy's a fucking crackhead idiot. Look at how stupid his ears and his hair are. Wow, that's a great defense there. Awesome foundation for your morals. The other guy who's part of the RSD group, this is not someone from outside of RSD, goes to defend me, actually, and says, admit it, it looks very creepy. All he sees is a video of a dude telling people, push girls towards your dick in the middle of the street. And these people nod their heads and write it down. Well put. That guy's ID is just 2009, so I don't know if he actually has a real ID. Another guy says, this dude problem seems to be, and I'm reading this verbatim, mostly about cultural aspects and how white people will be perceived due to behavior of other white people. And that's a legit critique on Julian, as is the thing about Japanese social mores in general. Just because someone does something good doesn't excuse them from a critique when it's called for. Well said. This guy's actually very well spoken. I am complimenting you, member of RSD community. Echo chamber of praise and acceptance for whatever you do hinders self-development. You know, there's a lot of really dumb and excessively reactionary shit flying around right now about Julian. But this one isn't quite so. Damn, coming from your own community, Julian. How do you feel about that? Even your own community's calling out Julian, saying, you know what you did's pretty fucked up, and this guy actually has a point. Kind of hard to defend yourself with your group when your group won't defend yourself. Let's move on to the very last thing, guys. I want to just give you a final update. Julian is confirmed deported from Australia. His next move, according to his tour date list, is Singapore. If you live in Singapore or Singaporean, please call your embassy or call whoever you need to contact there to alert immigration. I'm pretty sure that's where he's headed next, but it may not be because they're really trying to keep this guy on the DL now. I called the American embassy today and let them know in Osaka about him arriving. They took note, made a report. They said they don't know exactly what they can do, but they will indeed report it to the right officials and try to work it up the chain of command. I tried to call the Singapore embassy next, and they're just like, are you Singaporean? And I was like, no. And they're like, yeah, we can't really help you. I was like, sorry. Yeah, that's pretty common. They weren't being jerks or anything. That's pretty common. Any other country's embassy you would call would say that. Man, I was just reaching. Try to do everything I can, you know what I mean? So he's headed to Singapore next, and guys, in Singapore, I know the laws are pretty strict, right? Like, you can't spit on the street, you can't have trash on the street. So if you can't have, like, trash on the street, definitely you can't have Julian on the street, right? Let's move on to our very last thing. The petition is out, guys. There is a new petition out. I want you to take a look at the end of this video. Check below in the notes. If I don't have it up there right away, someone else please post it. The next petition that is up, it already had 2,000 signatures as of 1 p.m. today, and as I was refreshing it, it was like 19 40, like it was going up faster and faster. Reject his admission to Japan. Sign that. Sign that, please. That is the most important one. Guys, that is the absolute highlight of everything that I've been pushing. I want his visa rejected. If we can't reject that visa, I've got other layers set up later down the line that we can maybe do some little bit of net stuff, but we'll see how it goes. And by net, I don't mean like internet. I mean like, well, you'll see. I don't want to divulge too much. Anyway, let's get that signed. As many people as you can get to sign it. Guys, I don't care if you go on Nichan and alert, the Uyoku on Nichan. Let them know, man. Tell them. They will get so angry. Post it on Yonchan. Post it on Nichan. Post it on even the most angry nationalistic Japanese sites. And let's get them angry signing the hell out of that thing, alright? They can hate me too, I don't care. But they're gonna definitely hate Julian more, so I don't give a fuck, alright? Let's get this signed. Awesome, guys. High five.